Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Today we're talking about this Atomic Maven 103 CTI. Brand new ski for 2025. We got new, wider Maverick models on the men's side as well. Really, the 103 and the Maverick 105 are very, very similar and basically share all the same ingredients, and the performance is awesome. We had a ton of people on at our ski test. We had great conditions for testing a ski like this, and it was extremely well liked across the board. I feel pretty confident and fair saying that. A lot of 9s out of 10 for overall impression. And really, I don't recall seeing anybody that didn't like it, and I think that's just really cool. You know, typically with any ski, you can find somebody who doesn't like it, but pretty darn hard to find anybody who doesn't like this Maven 103. Differing to the narrower Mavens, the construction is a little different here, and that is true on the Maverick side as well. So we actually get a power wood core in these skis rather than the light wood core in the narrower skis. And then we get both carbon and Titanal in this ski, and you see that reflected in the CTI label. And yeah, it's really cool construction. I know that they took a long time developing these skis, worked with a lot of athletes, and I think the resulting performance is awesome. This is a pretty big ski. It's a 178, and we're only at 1,768 grams to be perfectly exact. So it is maybe a little heavier, a little bit more heft to it than those narrower Mavens, but it's also not heavy. So I think they did a really good job achieving that figure. And then the flex pattern is actually a little bit softer than the narrower Mavens. The 86C and the 93C are actually quite stiff. This has a little bit more of a rounder flex pattern, but you also get a little bit more vibration damping in this ski from that construction. So although it is a little softer, it feels a little bit more powerful too, or at least more stable at speed, in my opinion. And then looking at the shape here, rocker, camber, rocker. This is a kind of a directional freeride ski. I think that's a perfectly accurate way to label it. So we do get longer tip rocker up here compared to the length of tail rocker. And similar to kind of all Maverick and Maven skis, they have kind of this nice sort of like pintail finish. It doesn't get too narrow. It doesn't taper too dramatically, but it does taper enough that it helps the ski feel really, really maneuverable. And then we get this new Horizon Tech, Horizon 3D. They've kind of lengthened the actual Horizon Tech, and then the wood actually extends further into the shovel, so you get a little bit more consistency out of the flex right there. Like I mentioned, we had a ton of different skiers ski this thing. Obviously, I'm not really the intended market for the Maven, being part of their women's collection, so definitely would encourage you to go read the feedback from all our female testers that got on it. Pretty cool to read through that feedback, because there was a lot of high praise and a lot of people just saying, like, you can take it anywhere. It can ski soft snow, it can ski trees, it can ski moguls, but it can even kind of hang on a groomer. Like, it is over 100 underfoot, but that's not wildly too wide for groomer applications, and it gives this ski such a great feel overall, just knowing that you can kind of confidently take it anywhere. This tip shape, you get a lot of surface area kind of right through this section of the ski, and then combine that with that Horizon Tech, you get a lot of float for being 103 underfoot, and this is the same way that I felt on the Maverick 105, is you get like impressive amounts of float to the point where the first 2 days of our ski test, we had 8 inches to a foot of fresh snow kind of both days, or at least it felt like it at times. And that's pretty deep for here in Vermont. You know, that's kind of a full-on powder day. We do get deeper snow than that from time to time, but not super often. So You could absolutely choose this as your powder ski, especially if you're kind of a northeastern or eastern skier. I could completely understand somebody out west thinking that I'm crazy and wanting a wider ski for their powder days, and that makes complete sense, and I would agree with you. And for those skiers, this kind of fills a different role. It could just be a perfect daily driver. You know, you're not 100% sure what you're going to encounter. Maybe it's been a couple days since your last snowfall. This is going to be a fantastic ski because it's going to be able to handle just about anything that you throw at it. It's maneuverable, it's fun, it's floaty, but it also has some good stability to it as well. So impressive to see, you know, just the consistency of the feedback and how many people really liked it. So yeah, if you're not there already, I would encourage you to head on over to the ski test results page and read through that stuff. And I bet you'll be just as impressed as I was. So that's it. Great new ski from Atomic, this Maven 103 CTI, excuse me. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.